Hi everyone, Alex here. So I've not done one of these videos in a little while. I thought it'd be a good time to do a little update. So let's get right to it. Let's start talking about Black Friday, because if you go to AYN's website, you can actually get $15 off. There's a coupon, save 15, and you can use those on the Odins. And if you've seen any of my videos and you don't have one and you like the look of it, I mean, it's well worth it. I actually am thinking about doing videos soon on the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus. I have one coming, and I think the value of the device and what it's capable of doing is going to be pretty exciting. And I'm going to find out myself what it's capable of, and I'm going to look forward to do videos and see how far we can push PS2 capability and GameCube and Wii. So yeah, look forward to those videos. Also, because it's Black Friday, it's a really good idea to look at SD cards. There's a lot of them that are like half price and more. I've been seeing 512 gigabyte SD cards that yeah, are half price, and I'm going to probably pick up one myself, because I'm either going to use it in my Retroid Pocket or I'm going to use it on my Loki. It's going to be used for something, and these cards can be quite expensive the more storage you need. And think of the future. You might get we might get a Switch Pro or whatever the next Switch could be, in which case you're probably going to need a good SD card, and yeah, those are going to be good deals. So now when it comes to updates, here we go. Let's start off with the Switch, because I saw an update today courtesy of Mr. Sujano, where finally we can now play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, and that's amazing. I was wondering when this is going to happen. First of all, I should say, right, so I don't think it's discounted on the Switch store at the moment, but you can get it there. It's also on Steam. It's discounted right now on Steam. It's probably discounted on PlayStation and Xbox if you check there. I don't really check those stores, so, but you know, you can get it cheaper today or through to Monday. Black Friday doesn't make any sense anymore, does it? It's like a week-long sale. And the first thing I noticed is that actually this intro cinematic doesn't seem to work. If you're desperate to see it, watch it on YouTube or something. And oh, why is the D-pad not working? Maybe it just doesn't. So you can go straight into the game. I'm just going to pick arcade. Oh yeah, it's A button on the Switch. Want a hard challenge? Absolutely. We're just going to check this out for a little bit, check the performance. Who do I want to pick? I always like Leonardo. Always like swords. Let's skip it. Let's get to the gameplay. Tiny bit of chop, but that's cool. Look at that. That's pretty damn cool. I imagine this would also work really well on the Retroid Pocket 3. So yeah, this is the Skyline emulator. Skyline also recently started to go for like a, I call it a subscription service. Basically, if you subscribe to their Patreon or pay a certain amount, you will get a build called Skyline Edge 2 weeks early before they release that as a public build to the public. And I guess this was in the works for a bit, but this build was released a couple of days ago, I think. And, well, look, we got a steady 60 frames on this game. And it looks amazing on the Odin. If you haven't really seen my videos before, I'm just gonna say that my Odin is customized. It has different sticks, it has Vita thumb caps instead of the regular thumb caps. I got rid of the logos. This is a vinyl sticker. I used acetone to get rid of the wording on the shell, but don't do that if you have a clear shell like an atomic purple or something, because it probably will damage the plastic and show through. And these buttons are from Sakura Retro Modding on Etsy, and ever since I've got my Odin this way, I've been loving it. Also, don't forget, if you replace your sticks with the Switch ones, don't forget to calibrate them. Get them, get those dead zones properly locked in, and that full range. Actually, something I've been noticing recently, when I turn off my Odin, turn it back on it again, I have to recalibrate these sticks, and I have to like press these buttons on the back in the gamepad test. Otherwise, AetherSX2, for example, does not register the input for some reason. So I have to like double check it in the gamepad test in the Odin settings, and then it works. Running flawlessly, and that gorgeous soundtrack by T. Lopez, who also did the Sonic Mania soundtrack. Good stuff. Wait, so does the D-pad work here? Has the D-pad never worked for this game? Or oh, maybe I haven't done the inputs. Whilst we're here, I'm going to show Super Mario Odyssey for a quick moment. So if you go to if you join the Skyline Discord, in the general forum thing, there's a sub forum where you can download turnip drivers. And one of the newest ones apparently has Super Mario Odyssey shadow fixes. Gonna turn that down a bit. Heads up, this doesn't run fantastic. I just sort of, while I'm here, might as well show it off. It actually did crash on me when I tried to... I became the frog and I went to the next room and then it crashed. I've seen some cool videos of some later locations running on like different Android hardware. This is just the first area, and as soon as you come here on the Odin, it's like 10-15 frames, but when you start running through the area, it gets to about 30 or so. And well, Skyline is always being updated. They're always working on something, and whatever improvements they make to one game probably have a knock-on effect and help with another game. So with how well it does end up running on this, I do see this getting better, and obviously this is not right. This this lovely location just looks like I'm running through an original Game Boy. It's kind of neat, actually. So, do I ever see this game running properly on the Odin someday? Tough to say. But I definitely do see improvements happening. It would be pretty cool to play this at 60 frames and just all working lovely, but I don't see that time coming anytime soon. So, yeah, I just wanted to show that off. It's this weird sort of, well, it almost goes vignette for a moment and then sort of ghosts an old image. But the music's absolutely steady and doesn't clip at all. I don't know if like audio stretching's on by default, but I think we've watched enough Super Mario Odyssey in slow motion. So Sonic Mania obviously always ran fantastic. The special stages probably run even better now. Celeste I think's a solid 60. Let's have a look in there. I can't remember if I have a save file. I remember every time I checked the intro to this game, it always started off a bit choppy, and then it gets better. And in the early days, at this point, it would be like 30 or 40 something, and now it's finally like a smooth, solid 60. So, let's hope I do have a save. I can turn this one up. I don't have a save. Why is it every time I make videos I play badly? It's just because I'm watching the capture. I say it every time. Celeste is probably on sale too. It's been out for a really long time. It has some really good DLC. I think I don't have the D-pad calibrated for some reason. So yeah, Celeste runs good. I don't see why it wouldn't stay this way the entire game. It's pretty, you know, the same stuff happens. Alright, that's Nintendo Switch. So pretty cool, right? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge is a new edition. So now you can play this on your Odin emulated. Alternatively, if it's still on Game Pass, you can stream on Game Pass. So what else we got? So AetherSX2 was updated recently. There's supposedly some improvements. What I tested recently, I didn't see any like improvements over some games that don't run well. So for example, Zone of the Enders 2 still has... Why is Kill Switch down there? Whatever. Zone of the Enders 2 still gets slow at one of the bosses. But to be honest, like most of what I play on here now is running fantastic. I actually played a whole bunch more of Shadow of the Colossus, and if I've got some different save states here. So I think some people like to test this area because this boss is huge. I think I have this game running at 1.5x with some underclocking. I will have to again post my settings. But this game for me runs pretty solid 100%. I did this whole boss, I've got further than this. Oh man, they should just bring every one of Blue Point's remakes to the PC. Shadow of the Colossus, Demon Souls. Both of those games would look really good on this device to stream as well. I'm gonna have a look at PlayStation streaming later on in the video because I actually played God of War Ragnarok recently, and some of it I played streaming to the screen, and a lot of it I played using the Odin as a controller while playing it on a screen, because I have a broken DualShock 4. The home button doesn't work, so I can't connect it, and the sticks are kind of funny. It's not fantastic. So yeah, you can connect this like a controller locally, and it works. It's kind of weird playing God of War like this. I think it feels better to grip an actual controller, because, you know, when in the thick of battle, you're using those shoulder buttons a lot, unless you change the control style. And yeah, this is Pegasus Pegasus front end. A lot of people are loving the Daijishu front end. It's a really good looking one. From what I've seen of it, I might put it on my Retroid Pocket 3 when I get it. But it's a solid out of the box, looks beautiful, scrapes all the images for your games, etc. What else have we played it? I've finished all of Psyops on here. That ran fantastic. Let's see what else I've played on here. I might have got rid of some games. Urban Chaos I meant to finish. I played a lot of it, but I just stopped. There's a few games on here I just end up stop. All of Spider-Man 2 runs flawlessly. Shadow of the Colossus runs well. Silent Hill 2 in particular runs awesome. Tricky runs great. Played pretty much all of Tricky on here. I keep meaning to play Rogue Galaxy. I'll get to that someday. I've just not been in the mood for it. Resident Evil 4 runs fantastic. Red Dead Revolver runs fantastic. A lot of these run fantastic. Metal Gear Solid. You know, with this update, I've not had a look at this. I'm just going to go to my general test area, if it's been. So, what here? This is a game I should probably play more, just for the sheer curiosity of testing out more areas. Blech. You know what, let's turn back actually and have a look at the bridge, because the bridge is the... Ooh, I'm in trouble. The bridge is the area that I've seen that slowed down the most, but the more activity you have with enemies, the worse it's going to get overall. But it's pretty good in some of those more contained areas now. Let's check out this bridge. Uh-oh. Ooh. Ooh. There's a bunch of them. You know what? No, I want them to get alerted. Oh, he's just dead. Hey, that wasn't too bad. That didn't really feel like that slowed down at all. Oh, and he would still have like no health. Alright, let's load the other position I have. This one. It is pretty cool seeing how everything's progressed on the Odin and AetherSX2. Oh my god. I've been checking out this emulator for 10 months now. Wait, where am I going? Oh, I'm meant to be going up there. I've had my Odin since, triple, triple knockout. I've had my Odin since the end of January. Really long time now. Ooh, okay, so yeah, we're in alert mode. Bunch of people dipping down to about 80%. Hey, not bad at all. Oh, I thought I was finally going to get over this bridge once in the video without falling. That wasn't bad at all. That's pretty good. I'm not really sure if there's much else I need to see here for the PS2. I'm just sort of looking over some of these games and just telling you they run fantastic or not. Maximo runs fantastic. Kingdom Hearts runs really well. I'll tell you what, let's check out Katamari Damacy, because I have a stage here. Which will start to run poorly. Oh my god, I've forgotten how to play this. Alright, yeah, this one dips too. There's a main area in this place where I expect it to dip down to about 50%. Ooh, yeah, that's the one. Okay, so this hasn't changed. I've said it before, the updates to AetherSX2, they're not magic. You need good hardware as well. I still say this is playable even with the dips. I think something about this game, it just feels like it's fine. And look, I'm gonna be that guy. I don't like Katamari Damacy's controls. Okay, so that doesn't look like it's improved much, but I could still play that. Me personally, I think I could still play that. Gran Turismo 4 always ran great. I finished Freedom Fighters some weeks ago, and I played that whole game and it ran great, which is really cool. I had to set up the controls to make it more of a third-person shooter. Like, it's got weird aiming and stuff, so I just tweaked those around, and it was pretty fun to play. Yeah, dude, all of these pretty solid to play, except for Ace Combat. Yeah. 4 I think works quite well. 5 is okay, and 6 gets really bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna check this one again out of my own curiosity. Not 6, 0. Wait, I was tripping then. I was like, wait, no, that's not running at 100%. That would be weird if this game is magically fixed. And all the text is still crap. I don't know what I'm doing. Cypher is incredibly drunk. Nah, this one's not great. I could not play this. But 4 will play. 5 maybe. As long as you stay in the cockpit. Nah, that's not good. That's no good. I've been playing... I stopped actually, but I had been playing more From Russia With Love. This is one where I thought it actually played better on the GameCube. I think it now runs best on PlayStation 2. I got to this driving level, and most of the game... There were some dips here and there, but most of the game ran really well. And this is obviously going to be a great test location because, you know, a lot of area to play around. Lots of driving. We've got some graphical errors there. I feel like this is one of those videos where I'd love to test more, but I have all these other videos where I've tested these games, and if they already run well, there's no reason for me to test them again. I'd have to double check what the newest update is for AetherSX2. Like, so I watch this channel called Mr. Sujano, Sujano, and he basically does emulation news updates on the daily with other content as well. So he's always got his finger on, like, when there's a new build of a new emulator or new update. So he reminded me to check out AetherSX2 again because there was a new update which said it had some performance fixes, but you know, it's unless you know what those terms and jargon is, it just doesn't make any sense. So you might as well just go in and test and see if anything's actually changed. So this is the newest alpha build of AetherSX2. Oh. And I haven't seen much change since, like, the last one. I think the last time I did a video on AetherSX2, it was like the last big performance update, and then they said they're going to take a break, and that actually any updates that are going to be coming, it's not going to be much difference at all in performance. Like, AetherSX2's kind of hit its peak now. It's going to do the best job it can with the hardware it's on. And it's at a point now where I'd say, if you wanted to buy an Odin to play PlayStation 2 games, yeah, definitely do it. I should also note that all the games I'm testing are US 60 Hz, because some people like to try the PAL 50 Hz because it's not trying to get like an extra 10 frames. You know, 50 is the max it's going to do. I like that 60 Hz, so I've been picking the US ones. Also, some would say that the widescreen hack is gonna cost a bit more. Yeah, if you don't have widescreen hacks on, you might get a bit more performance. I don't know about that. I haven't really seen much difference myself. And I've driven long enough in Russia that I don't want to drive there anymore. Don't really need to have a look at PS2 anymore. Another update is, I don't know how relevant this is going to be. MMJR2 got an update. I actually have these set up now, so I have the regular Dolphin I can go to, Dolphin MMJR, which is the one you should be using the most, I think, and then MMJR2. So I was testing out, for example, let's go in there and I'll show you Rogue Leader in MMJR2. And do I have a save? Or is it a... Huh? Oh, is it trying to load something? Is that why? Yeah. Oh, no. So this is Rogue Leader in MMJR2. I saved at the start of this mission. When this mission is loading and there's cutscenes, there's a lot of stutter. I'm pretty sure when his ties come in, it's going to get a bit... Oh, pretty steady 60. I haven't done enough testing to figure out which emulator is still best to play this. I mean, this is obviously quite nice. And there's no reason to put widescreen hacks on because it just spreads the UI out and it looks bad. Oh, this is weird. It's not dipping at all. I swear when I tested this, it was dipping. Pretty cool, right? Let's quit out of this level. Yeah, there we go. You're going to get stuff like that happening a lot. This game doesn't run perfectly. To get it running at 60 in places like that is like a small miracle. So let's check out the Death Star again, because this is the one that's always going to have quite a bit of trouble. What was I going to say? I was going to say that I don't know if I could recommend this game without testing the entire game. But it does seem like this update to MMJR2 has made this a lot more playable in this fork. MMJR is fine. I don't know about regular Dolphin, but I used to say that if you want to play Rogue Leader, you should play it in Dolphin MMJ. That's the one I found worked best. Oh, has anybody watched Andor? I recently just watched Andor, and I was like, wait, this is really good. But it's like... I wouldn't say it's the Game of Thrones of Star Wars, but it kind of feels like that. It also is weird that it's called Andor, because it's like, there's a lot of characters in the show, and most of them are better than Andor. Like, yeah, really cool. There's some really cool moments in the show too. I'm trying not to talk about any of them. Alright, so yeah, a bit of slowdown, but it's the start of the mission. Let's just let it do its thing for a bit. Okay, so I wouldn't really enjoy this. The other level was a lot better, but maybe it's getting better now, maybe... I'd have to double check this, but I think this level might run better in MMJ. I'm also tapping the shoot button, because if you hold it, it does like auto fire with all four, but if you tap 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, you actually do more damage. I just want to get to the area with the TIE fighters, because then we can see how hectic it's going to get. You know what? I just reminded myself there's a whole bunch of settings in MMJR2 to get it to run this way. I'll have a look at my settings at the end, and because there actually could be some better things, better options to make this run better. All right, loads of TIE fighters now. Oof, it's crunchy. Go after those TIE fighters. You're using too much memory. This game still looks amazing, but I have to wonder if it's just been like badly made in a way. It should not use this much performance. So the biggest problem right now is the frame rate is like decent enough to play, it's just that the audio is stuttering. So there's probably something we can like test here to make sure that runs better. Something to do with overclocking CPU speed. Alright, so let's go have a look at that. I'm not going to test that game anymore, but I'm just going to show you what settings I had currently. So let's look at the settings. So dual core is on. We have sync GPU on idle hack. To avoid audio crackling, be sure to disable audio stretching. I'll have to double check that. Override CPU clock speed. At the moment it's set to 50%. Can't remember why I picked that. I think I tested a few. I have noticed in some games if you lower it you will get some better frame rates, but I'd have to test that one more. There might be a sweet spot there that would make the game run a lot better. I'd have to do a lot more testing though. Let's see what else we got. OpenGL. Can't remember if I tested Vulkan. I think OpenGL is better. Specialized. Not sure why. Compile shaders before starting. Enhancements. Internal resolution. I think this one is just 1x. It's already like hard to run in the first place, so why push it? This stuff is ticked. Widescreen hacks are off. Skip is on. Now a couple of these I probably wanted to play around with but didn't. Can't remember why I had that not ticked. There might have been a reason for that. Skip duplicating frames. I'm looking for audio stretching now. But yeah, that's the settings I have for it running the way it is right now. Be audio then. Audio stretching is off. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, so MMJR2 got an update. I would still recommend Dolphin MMJ for GameCube, Wii, but if you find a particular game is not running for a certain reason, I would say explore the other forks. In this case, have a look at MMJR2. There's probably some Wii game that actually doesn't run well on here that I could test. Let me have a look at the Wii games I have. I think Zelda at some point gets a bit slow here and there, but because the controls are kind of so hard to set up, like I don't know. I'm not interested enough to play Skyward Sword to set it all up properly. Actually, I would be tempted to see what Metroid Prime 3 is like in MMJR2. That could be better. And Galaxy has that problem where you have to turn the setting off to use the Wiimote. But if you do, you lose frames. It's been a while since I looked at all this stuff. Okay, whoa, Rose. So we're going to have a look at Android last. Just double checking to see if there's anything else I wanted to have a look at. As usual, my videos do get quite long. I think there was a recent update to MMJ, but when you can already play Zelda, for example, at 3x and runs really well, I don't know if there's really much reason to test. So if you're using Citra MMJ, I haven't tested some of these games, like Pokemon, for example. I don't think they all work properly, but things like Mario Kart, Zelda, still going to run great on MMJ. I wanted to do a video on PSP just because the library's cool and it looks fantastic on the Odin. There's not really a lot to go into. It was always running fantastic, but I think this device is a great way to play PSP, and soon the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus is going to be a really awesome way to play PSP games as well. And it's a bit smaller than the Odin, so you'd have to decide, do you want that slightly smaller form factor, or do you want like this premium feel, big screen? I'm more about the big screen, more premium feel, but we'll find out. I'm going to get to test it soon. So, something I've been playing recently is Shining Force 3, and I just want to show this just because it's cool. This is one of the reasons I got the Odin, to play like Shining Force 3, all scenarios translated. So I'm actually at the final battle, and yeah, this one's been tough because it's like 2 different battles and then this last battle. So I paused here because I was tired last night, so I'm going to finish this later today, and then I guess I'm going to start scenario 2 for the first time, which is going to be awesome. So let's get rid of that. Cool. There's some other Saturn games I'd like to, like, I never finished Shining the Holy Ark. I'd like to do that. For some reason I stopped playing Panzer Dragoon Saga. I got to disc 3 and I just stopped. I don't know why. I really don't feel like playing it for some reason. That was a long time ago. So, last thing we're going to have a look at is the app PSPlay, which you have to pay for, but it's really good. So I'm going to open that up. So also, I just want to point out, you can go to gamepad mode, and if you're near your PlayStation, you can do local connect, and it'll act like a controller, which is really cool. I'm going to be doing remote play mode, remote connect. So my PlayStation is connected with Ethernet cable, goes directly to the Wi-Fi. I'm going to be using 5G. I need to like do this because otherwise it'll show the IP address of my PlayStation. So here I am in my PlayStation. This is so 5 gigahertz doing my PlayStation 4. You can do this on the PlayStation 5. Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm going to show God of War Ragnarok. I finished it, but I'm just going to look at an area, and so if you're like if you're worried about spoilers, like if they might just say some random dialogue or something, just skip this part of the video. I shouldn't expect spoilers, but I'm just going to walk around for a moment as Kratos. So I said earlier that actually I played this on my big screen on the PS4, and I use this as a control pad. When you use this as a control pad, it shows all the controls here, but you can map certain buttons. So for example, on the back here, this one is my home button, and this one is the touchpad. So I can do this, go to the home screen, or I can do this. That's my touchpad. Ooh, that could have been spoiler, actually. I should have thought about that. And so I played it mostly on the big screen, but sometimes when I just felt tired but I wanted to play, I would just watch something instead and play it like this, which was really cool. Don't want to get in the boat. Picked up some hack silver, and with 5 gigahertz, this actually runs. It was really seamless experience. Like, I didn't have any problems. It was rarely any problems. If there was, it was just your general Wi-Fi stuff that, you know, it's just trying to pick up signal again. And this version of the game runs really well on PlayStation 4. It's like a solid 30 FPS the entire time. It's awesome. I'm a stickler for like 60 FPS experience and stuff, but I don't have a PlayStation 5 and this game's not out on PC, but I really wanted to play it. So I thought I was going to be losing out playing the PS4 version, but honestly, it was great. It was really good. But yeah, obviously the way I'm playing it right now is not very comfortable. Yeah, and playing your PlayStation games like this, I actually played some PT portably, and I still found that scary. Actually, that was really annoying. Yeah, with PSPlay, as long as you're like solidly playing on 5 gigahertz, you're gonna have a really good experience playing these games. Like, really low latency. It's just really nice. And that's pretty much all I'm going to show of that. But I'm going to have to show this, get rid of this again, because it's going to show my IP address. So there we go. There we go. That's my Odin update today. So we had a little talk about Black Friday deals. So if you're looking at an Odin, you can get some money off. I couldn't honestly tell you at this point if you should get one, because the Windows handhelds are coming out and they're quite good. And I'm still waiting for any news on the Loki. We don't know, still don't know much about that at all, which is a shame, because they were expecting to like ship it out at the end of this year, and well, there's no news on it, so sounds like it's going to be an early 2023 thing. But yeah, that's going to be a tough one, because if they don't start pushing it out soon, then the Loki is going to be like at the end of that generation, and people are going to be start thinking about making new handhelds with the next like AMD chips, so more than the 6800U. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, definitely think about SD cards. Getting them cheap is always worthwhile, you know, so now is a good time to stock up on them. Yeah, and then we had to look at different updates. PlayStation 2 always fantastic on here. MMJR2 might help some of the games you might have problems with, but MMJR is still fine. Oh, turned off. And PSPlay is a really good way to play PlayStation games on your own, and I think that's pretty much all we're going to talk about. So thanks for watching. I just needed an excuse to do one of these videos. We're going to have a look at the Retroid Pocket 3 soon. It's shipped at the moment, so I'm going to be hopefully getting it early next week. So I'm hoping to do a video on that like mid-week next week maybe. Yeah, as usual, if you like the video, give it a like, subscribe, and we're back with some more content too soon. So I can't talk. Alright, have a great day. I'll see you later. Bye bye.